Release the fear of allowing them to be in control. Take a step back and let your instincts lead you and guide you. You'll see this magnetism of frequencies aligning for possibly things that you want to attract in your life or manifest. Hi beautiful souls, it's Brianna here. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite spirit animals, which is wolves. For me, wolves represent freedom, instinct, intuition, sort of also going into that feminine divine. I want to talk about them today because I want to discuss the lessons I've learned from wolves over the course of my life, how they helped me use my instincts and really start to remove and fade away the doubt. So first, what the hell are instincts? Instincts are your inner knowing, your gut feeling, your innate senses and beyond, right? Kind of talking about the clairsenses, clairvoyancy, claircognizance, clairsentience, things like that. Those are our instincts. They both spiritually and physically connect us to our wild self. The way we have even come to here in this place, the 2020 portal, is by following our instincts and how our ancestors have followed our instincts. They have kept us safe, they have protected us, they have brought us to where we are today and have helped us through every lesson and course that we've learned. I believe the greatest masters of really honing in your instincts are wolves. If you study animals in the natural wild, or you study spiritual animals or totem animals, you would recognize wolves as free spirits, as leaders, as intuitive beings. We can watch them learn how they lead their own pack, how they navigate the land around them, how they use that knowledge to protect themselves and their pack as a whole. In a human way, how we can protect ourselves and our community or the collective. The reason why they're such an important animal to look up to is because wolves trust their instincts. They do not let doubt cloud their minds, right? They go with their gut feeling. They go with their inner knowing. They go with what they've learned throughout their ancestral heritage. So there are four main lessons I want to talk about today, and I call these the lessons of the wolves. These lessons are not going to be discovered overnight. They're sort of a daily practice, okay? And just like meditation, just like yoga, we use it to make our bodies feel good, to create good flowing energy in our systems. If we continue this practice, we see us elevating and feeling better, but the second we stop, we start to retreat back. So as it is with yoga and meditation, it's something that you really need to work on daily and continue even past the point of when you feel good and complete and whole. First things first, follow your instincts. How can we let our instincts lead the way? We have to listen to our senses, and not just the physical senses, but also our higher senses. Remember that claircognizant, clairvoyancy, clairsentience, those types of senses. We can go into another video about those another time. Basically, these senses allow us to feel and know things, like claircognizance. I just know. It's just a knowing. You feel that what you know is right, and it is, because that is your higher self telling you through those senses. Clairvoyancy, having a vision, being in your meditation and seeing it. Clairsentience, having the feeling, being able to feel in your body, in your heart, in your soul that what you're doing is right or what you're doing isn't right, okay? So really focusing on those senses and I'm trying to heighten them. How do we heighten them? Calming the mind and listening better. These are gifts that we are all born with. It's just a matter of tapping into them or not. When you start to feel these senses more present, it's time for you to listen. Your instincts, as we've spoken about, are passed down many generations. They're old, they're wise, they know. Listen to them. Kind of see them as like the older grandmother or grandfather figure in your life. Release the fear of allowing them to be in control. Take a step back and let your instincts lead you and guide you. When you start to let go of this fear and start to just casually follow your instincts, you'll see a world of difference. You'll see things changing. You'll see things happening for you. You'll see this magnetism of frequencies aligning for possibly things that you want to attract in your life or manifest. Beautiful. Moving on to lesson number 2, which is your instincts are your inner knowing. Besides from knowing what instincts really are, it's important to know where they come from, why they're here, and how they work. Through your many, many lives, if you're a believer of past lives or not, or if you just believe this is your singular life, that's okay too. But for me, in my point of view, our instincts follow us through our many past lives. You can also think of this as ancestry if this does not resonate with you. They have learned in our past lives what has served us well, what has not served us well. They have also learned what has caused us discomfort. They come up sometimes as fears. So think of your instincts as aligning directly with your soul. They are intertwined with your soul in the physical and non-physical sense. They are your inner knowing. You feel like you're beginning to align with your instincts and your inner knowing when you are feeling comfortable. You start to feel this alignment when you begin to let go and learn what your instincts are really telling you, and you begin to listen to them. Alignment is when we listen to our inner knowing and to our instincts, because we are following the path of who is speaking to us, our higher selves, the truth, spirit, whatever you want to call it. We are aligning with what they are telling us, and we are taking action on that. So making a decision based on instinct. For example, you're walking into an unfamiliar gas station and you start to feel uncomfortable. You do not physically see anything or anyone that makes you feel this way, but just in your gut feeling, your inner knowing, your instinct, you feel uncomfortable. Maybe you even get a sense of anxiety or something bad is going to happen or a bad feeling. Your instincts is the decision you might make in this scenario to not stay at that gas station, to turn your car on and go home, or find a gas station closer to your house. That is an action based on your instinct that is aligning with each other. You might be thinking this is a fear-based decision. You're being silly, you're being dramatic. When these gut feelings happen, it is our instinct, not our mind taking control. Fear only resides in the mind, not in the gut, not in the soul. So it is not a fear-based decision. You are simply being drawn to safety through your instincts. For example, we wouldn't judge wolves this way on making fear-based decisions. What would a wolf do in unfamiliar territory? Would they take a chance, lead the pack into possible harm's way? Or would they trust their instincts, align with them, and return home for the greater good of themselves and the community or the pack? I think we all know the decision for that one. Lesson 3, learning to work with doubt, but not allowing it to lead. Just like fears, we don't want to dismiss them. We don't want to just spiritually ascend them and just forget about them. That's not how we really work with the frequency of these energies. Doubt and the ego are actually our friend. They're trying to help us. They don't really know how. They try to protect us by making hasty decisions. Our ego primarily works through our mind. These doubts primarily work through our mind. You need to learn how to work with them to bring them back down to your center, to your gut, to your instincts, to help them, to help us make these decisions. When we don't come through the soul space and we come through the mind, decisions become a little bit harder to make because we're relying on our mind and not on our instincts. I'm sure that you've experienced this when your mind is feeling a lot of anxiety or pressures. So when doubt or that fear comes up, we learn to work like the wolf, leading with the soul instead of the mind, and filling that space with your instinct. Of course, we still want to work with our mind because we want to make decisions that best affect our community and ourselves, not to be selfish. If you're making a decision that both serves the community and you in a positive way, you're always making the right decision. Lesson 4, it's time to embrace your inner wolf. Be wildly yourself and follow your instincts. Lead with your senses and believe and really trust what your soul already knows and has done hundreds of times before. Your inner wolf is here to guide you. He or she is there to clear up any fears or any doubts and pluck them from your body in order to help you seamlessly move through this time of your life. I'm gonna say she because in my mind, my inner wolf is a female, but for you, use whatever pronoun you like. They know the way, So surrender and trust them. They are both divine masculine and divine feminine energy. They are wise, but they are also strong. They are loving, but they are also fierce. But most importantly of all, your inner wolf is also free. They are free from fear. They are free from doubt. Ego does not rule the wolf. The wolf rules ego. And those are the lessons of the wolves that I've come to learn. Thank you so much for taking the time to spend with me and discussing this. Images of wolves and spirit animals of wolves have been something I've been connected to for a really, really long time. And the more I age, the more I feel like I align with their spirit. I remember being a child and loving the movie Balto and being really obsessed with the wolves at a nearby wolf sanctuary near my house when I grew up in New York. So little things like that have allowed me to connect with them really deeply on a spiritual and physical form. I'd really love to hear what kind of animals resonate with you, if that's a wolf or another animal, and what lessons they have taught you throughout this lifetime, if you are someone who deeply connects with the animal kingdom like I do. If you would like to share anything that you've learned today to add to this topic, or any spiritual wolf encounters you've had yourself, please leave a comment below and I would love to chat or leave a like. The work I currently do right now is writing a spiritual blog to help people find their own spiritual practices and to learn more about them. I also use this YouTube channel as a place to also reiterate my blog posts in a deeper way and to connect with you face to face about it. I also am an intuitive tarot reader and I have free open bookings right now on my website, which I will link below. It is briannajolie.com. And yeah, that's what I came here to discuss today. Thank you for holding a space for me. I thank you for being here. Have a lovely, lovely, beautiful day. Thank you so much.